In a study of 123 patients with either ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease, all experienced an emotional disturbance or life crisis prior to the onset of their symptoms. The more severe the emotional disturbance, the more severe the physical symptoms of the Crohn's or colitis. This is just one of the hundreds of studies that I have found that proves Crohn's and colitis, IBS, all start after a traumatic event. You can do all the diets and take all the supplements that you want to take, but at the end of the day, if you don't get this traumatic event under control and its PTSD triggers, your gut is going to keep going in and out of overdrive, and all those expensive foods and supplements are going to go straight into the toilet. You are wasting hundreds of dollars if this is not your main focus. Apply the 80-20 rule here. 80% of your results are coming from 20% of your efforts. And for the vast majority of you, nobody is focusing on the stress part of the equation. All of it's going into diet, which literally will have zero effect when all that expensive food is going straight into the toilet. How did you eat like crap your whole entire life and you didn't have digestive system symptoms? They started after a traumatic event. I had mild gut issues my whole entire life, but they didn't get bad until college when I started having bad breakups, which really put my gut into overdrive. Now, I show people how to get better with my 13-day protocol, which you can get on my website. Now, a lot of people think that they can't get better because they can't get the stress under control in their life. It's very hard to seek emotional help when we can't define, modern psychiatry can't properly define the word emotion. An emotion is your subconscious response to a stimulus. And your past memories are going to determine whether that stimulus is a threat to your survival or it's good for your survival. And then this emotion helps you move to take an action to increase your survival. Oh, this is going to help me with my survival. Okay, I'm going to feel happy around this thing. Oh, this thing hurts my survival. Okay, I'm going to feel sad. I'm going to feel angry about this thing if I feel like I can fight it. That's all. And in today we misunderstand emotions so much we become afraid of our own emotions, when in reality they're trying to help you survive. Now, some of you might find yourselves in situations that are very hard to resolve, but you can manage your emotions much better when you actually understand what they are and how they're trying to serve you. And this will dramatically cut your symptoms in half, just by knowing these principles. And many of your symptoms are coming from subconscious PTSD triggers of that traumatic event. So let's say your traumatic event as a kid was being licked by a dog and you thought it was attacking you. And now every time you see a dog, this is something you want to get rid of subconsciously, but consciously you're like, oh, I love dogs, da, 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 and you get diarrhea. So until that person finds that pattern, that every time I see a dog, I get diarrhea, and they might be happy to see that dog, but they just don't pick up on that pattern because modern holistic stuff is always telling you to blame food. It's like, oh, well, I had gluten today. Oh, I had milk today. But no, there's the PTSD triggers are ridiculous. For me, it was smelling vegetables, hearing the garbage bag wrestled, because that meant I had to eat something I didn't want, or I had to stop playing video games and go take out the trash, and then I would die in my video game. So it sounds ridiculous, but this is what's putting our gut in and out of overdrive and causing our symptoms. And I show you how to find them all and deal with them all in my 13-day protocol on healyourgutguy.com.